Hey guys, Mona Lisa here, and I'm going to be reacting to Game of Thrones Season 2, Episode 3. Last one was really enjoyable. I think this Season 2 is starting off really well. Yeah, obviously the Joffrey's men are after Gendry, and yeah, Euron sort of scared them off, so I thought that was quite good. I'm a bit worried now because obviously they know where they are, so they gotta get off the roads and make their way up there to the wall somewhere else. Yeah, the end scene. Jon got knocked out by, and I can't remember his name. Surprise! But the Craster, I can't remember his name. But yeah, whatever. Yeah, the guy took his son up. I don't know who it was, whose son it was. I don't know if it was the girl that Sam was trying to help out. But yeah, it looks like he's sacrificing them to the White Walkers. Because I sort of looked back on that scene, and you saw these like blue eyes, like shining blue eyes, which you saw in the very first episode of season 1. So yeah, I think he's sacrificing the boys to get the White Walkers to leave them alone, basically. So yeah, I've got Patreon. If you guys would like to see the full reactions, you can go on there, and the same for Breaking Bad. And yeah, as you can see, my whiteboard is is getting bigger. So yeah, there's a few new people on there, a few new places as well. I'm not sure what I think about the Greyjoys. The dad is definitely not somebody I like, but the sister, I think she's like an older version of Arya, so that's going to be quite interesting. So yeah, that being said, let's get into it.
Out! All of you. I want you and your men gone. And you will make this right.
He sort of put them in it, hasn't he? But I think Jon was right on this occasion that he went to see what was going on. I don't think the Lord Commander can blame him for that.
What did you do? I followed him. He's killing them, all the boys. You know.
Wildings serve crueler gods than you or I. Many a time, that monster's been the difference between life and death for our rangers. Your uncle among them. We have other wars to fight out there.
Oh, shit.
Like it or not, we need men like Craster.
I wanted to give you something.
Oh, I love Sam.
My mother.
I can't take it.
Please. She gave it to me before I left for the wall.
You shouldn't give it away.
I'm not giving it away. Keep it safe for me.
Oh, it's a
Till I
thimble.
come back.
Oh. Oh, is that from Summers? Is that? Oh no, is that a dream again? Is that wolf that he saw in the dream? Oh.
Old Nan used to tell me stories about
magical people who could live inside stags, wolves.
That's exactly what they are, Bran. Stories.
So she was lying. They don't exist.
Well, they may have done.
My dreams are different. Mine are true. I dreamt of my father dying.
What about all the dreams you had that didn't come true?
That's a good point.
The dragons are gone. The giants are dead. And the children of the forest forgotten.
Oh, the dragons aren't, are they? Oh, that's Renly. So he's having his little games as well.
your help. You are all your father promised and more, my lady. I've seen Sir Loras bested once or twice, but never quite in that fashion.
Now, my love, my brother fought valiantly for you.
Your Grace, I ask the honor of a place in your Kingsguard. I will be one of your 7, pledge my life to yours, and keep you safe from all harm.
Brienne of the Kingsguard!
So the women are definitely stepping up in this this season, because you had Greyjoy's sister, and then obviously Arya is learning how to fight and that, and then this one here.
Pleased to see you. May I present my wife, Marjorie of House Tyrell. When I take King's
Oh,
Landing,
his throne is like a stag
I'll bring you Joffrey's head.
and antlers. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
And if it please you, Brienne's enough.
Fucking hell, she is tall,
Oh,
isn't
no,
she?
lady.
The wolf pup has gone south, with the entirety of the Northern Army at his back. While he's tangling with the Lion and the Westerlands, the North is ripe for the taking. The Ironborn will reave and pillage as it was in the old days, all along the northern coast. Winterfell may defy us for a year, but what of it? The rest shall be ours. Forest, field, and hall.
Oh shit.
You'll take a ship to raid the fishing villages on the stony shore.
A ship? You give her 30 and I get 1.
The sea bitch. We thought she'd be perfect for you.
Is that like a dinghy or something?
Rise up against them and they could destroy us. But if we pledge fealty to them, they'll give us Casterly Rock.
Your time with the wolves has made you weak.
You gave me away, if you remember. The day you bent the knee to Robert Baratheon. After he crushed you. Did you take what was yours then?
Ooh. That hit a nerve, didn't
You gave me
it?
away! Your boy!
Yeah, that definitely hit a nerve there, didn't it?
Mother says I'll have a new gown for the ceremony and another for the feast.
Doesn't sound so
The
great
princess
now,
just
does
spoke to
it?
Pardon, Your Grace. I'm sure your dress will be beautiful, Marcella. I'm counting the days until the fighting's done, and I can pledge my love to the king in sight of the gods.
Is Joffrey going to kill Sansa's brother?
Would you like that?
No, I don't think so.
Even if he does.
It's amazing, those
Sansa
two
will do
younger
her
ones are
duty.
completely different to Joffrey, aren't they?
Won't you, little dove? Well, I don't know how they did things in that city, but in this city, handmaidens wait on ladies, not the other way around. And I don't have time to answer 1,000 questions and teach
Come
you
on,
how to do your
Sansa,
job.
don't be a dick. Don't take it out on her. He doesn't trust him, does he?
I can trust you, Pycelle, can I not?
Why, yes, of course, my lord.
I'm trusting the council with these plans, but the Queen mustn't know. I can't have her meddling in affairs that could determine the future of the realm.
He's
There's too much at
testing him.
stake. I'm brokering an alliance with House Martell of Dorne. Princess Marcella will wed their youngest son when she comes of age. But remember, the Queen mustn't know.
Ooh, the Queen mustn't know. I love conversations
Okay, so
that
he's,
begin this way.
he's testing everybody.
Plan to marry Princess Marcella off to Theon Greyjoy. But remember, you must tell no one.
Tell no one what?
I plan to wed Princess Marcella to Robb and Arryn of the Vale.
And I suppose you want me to broker this agreement?
Who better?
Smart that he's telling them different stories, and then obviously whatever story comes
Yes, I
out
could
is
sing this
the
song to Liza,
like
if I
traitor
cared to.
snake.
What's in it for me?
I think he's too. Oh, I don't know.
I will not let you ship her off to Dawn as I was shipped off to Robert Baratheon.
Dawn is the safest place for her.
You won't get away with this. You think the piece of paper Father gave you keeps you safe. Ned Stark had a piece of paper too.
Find him.
Oh, aye. And he has company. Filthy old stoat. Almost hate to interrupt.
No, you don't.
No, I don't.
You disappoint me, Grand Maester.
I am your loyal servant.
So loyal that you told the Queen about my plans to send Marcella to Dawn.
No, never.
See, I told Varys that I was giving the princess to the Greyjoys. I told Littlefinger that I planned to wed her to Robb and Arryn. I told no one that I was offering her to the Dornish. No one but you. Cut off his manhood and feed it to the goats.
No. There are no goats, half-man.
Well, make do.
Oh, shit.
How long have you been spying for my sister? Throw him in one of the black cells.
Oh, no. No, please. No, don't. You can't do this to me.
For your trouble.
No.
What?
How do you sleep?
Same as most men, I think.
But you've seen things. Horrible things.
Oh, she's feeling bad
And you
about
have
killing
those
that boy.
Things in your head.
And, yeah, obviously.
You
their
didn't
dad.
see that. I made damn sure.
I close my eyes and I see them up there. Joffrey, the Queen, and my sister.
I saw my brother stabbed through the heart right on our doorstep. He wasn't much of a villain what skewered him. Willem, the lad's name was. I can't picture my brother's face anymore. But Willem, I would think about him when I was working, when I was drinking, when I was having a
Hate
shit.
makes you remember.
It got to the point where I would say his name every night before I went to bed. Willem. Willem came riding back into town. I buried an axe so deep into Willem's skull I had to bury him with it.
Oh, no. Get him out of there.
Keep out of sight, both of you.
No, I'm not afraid.
Keep out of sight.
Oh, no.
Where's the bastard crow?
Got more than a few bastards here. Who's asking?
The Armory Lord, sworn bannerman to Lord Tywin Lannister. In the name of King Joffrey, drop your weapons.
I
Oh,
don't think I will.
kill Jorah,
So be it.
please. Oh, fuck, hell
I
no.
always hated crossbows. Take too long to load.
Oh, you fucking kidding me?
What do we have here?
No!
That's a fine little blade.
Round up any survivors. We'll take them back to Harren Hall.
Help! Help me!
Oh, he's got the bull's
Something wrong
head.
with your leg, boy. Look at it.
They're gonna think that's Gendry then.
Can you walk?
No, you gotta carry me.
Carry him, he says.
We're looking for a bastard named Gendry. Give him up, or I'll start taking eyeballs.
You want Gendry? You already got him. He loved that helmet.
Alright, so that was season 2, episode 3. I am furious. It's just like, I can't even. It was a very good episode, but no, I am so angry right now. It's ridiculous. Yeah, let's get through it. The Lord Commander turned out that he knew about the offerings to the White Walkers. It's gotta be White Walkers because I saw them. That one, and he had like these blue eyes. So it's gotta be White Walkers, and I can sort of see that it would make sense that to sacrifice to keep the peace. I don't think it's right, but I can see how that would be, and that is, you know, what they believed in long time ago. So it kind of makes sense to me that the Lord Commander would know, and that's sort of what's keeping them away from, well, the south, I suppose, from, you know, the south of the wall. Yeah, Samwell, I mean, I think he's in love with that girl, isn't he? So, yeah, he gave him his mother's, it looked like a thimble, so I hope they're gonna see each other again. You know, that would be really sweet. But yeah. Leuben and Bran. At first I thought it was a dream again when you saw Summer jump up on, Summer walk up to Bran's bed, but it turned out it was just Summer. So yeah, you just saw it from like the wolf's perspective instead of a human. And Leuven is looks like he's taken over for the Nan. I don't know, sort of like Bran's babysitter, I suppose, or whatever. I really like this guy. He's such a reasonable guy, and I think he knows a lot more than what he's saying. He was saying that, you know, the stories that the Nan told were just stories, but it didn't really look like that he meant that. So yeah, I like this guy. Completely missed him in the first season, but yeah, I definitely like this guy. So yeah, I'm interested to see what's going to happen in Winterfell. Renly, I think he's useless. He doesn't come across as a good leader. He comes across as weak, I think, and when you first saw him, it just looked like, oh, okay, he's having these little games like Joffrey had, but instead of, you know, letting them fight to the death, it did stop, and yeah, it was just more honor than you know, fight to the death. I can sort of see that he would want to keep his men happy, but I don't know whether it's right to do at the time. You know, they're preparing for war. Should they just be playing around? I don't know. Yeah. But we did meet a new character though, Brienne, I think it was. Very tall woman. Yeah, she's quite menacing, isn't he? So yeah, I'm interested to see what sort of role she's gonna be playing. She looks like quite a strong character. So yeah, I'm interested in her story. It looks kind of like the women are coming out, isn't it? Because you had Theon's sister at the Pike, and now this one here, and obviously Arya is being trained up to be a sort of a fighter. So Daenerys, obviously, yeah, it could potentially just be, you know, the War of the Women, I suppose. But yeah, we'll see. I don't think it's gonna be, but yeah, it would be quite cool. And then we went up to the Pike with Theon and Balon. I think Theon had a good point that you know, his dad sent him away. You know, he's sort of hating his son, but it was him who sent him away, and he has to remember that. And it looked like that really hit a nerve with Balon. So realizing obviously that Theon didn't have a choice. You know, he was forced to go there as a prisoner, and yeah, you know, they just got to start their relationship over. Yeah, his father actually has a plan, doesn't he, to take over, the kingdoms, I think, by starting at the north, because he was saying something about, Winterfell might be fighting for a year or something like that, but we'll get them. So he's obviously had plans from get-go, and now King Robert is gone. He's gonna put that plan into action, isn't he? So, and it looks like Theon is. It looks like he's gonna be on his father's side, because the letter he had to Robb that his father was gonna attack them, he burnt. So, yeah, I think he just wants to. He wants to belong. And even though he was raised by Ned, it's not his blood, is it? And I think he's so desperate for approval and the title as well, the Lord, because that's sort of what he's been wanting from what you sort of gathered in season 1. He came across as somebody who wanted to be more than what he actually was, and getting back in with his family makes him, I suppose, a lord. So. I'm hoping he's going to change his mind, and he's going to come back, and how Ned raised him is going to come through. Oh, excuse me, it's quite early, so but yeah, I wanted to watch it. So I'm hoping he's going to sort of not redeem himself, but come back on Robb's side and realize that that is his family, not his cruel father, I suppose. Sansa and the other kids sitting there having dinner with Cersei, I thought was quite an interesting scene, because you've sort of seen Joffrey's younger siblings before, and they're just completely different to Joffrey. They don't have that sort of psychotic mentality. They seem like really good kids, and Cersei was asking, if her youngest son wanted to see Robb dead, and the kid was like, no, I don't want to. So they definitely got different morals to the rest of the family, I think, and it looks like they are quite close to Tyrion as well. So I like those kids. Definitely nothing like the rest of the family. They've not been molded into that yet. So and it looks like, especially the daughter, Myrcella, I think her name was. She's got quite a bond with Tyrion, because you saw it when they went to Winterfell. They were sort of joking around with Tyrion, and she was really happy to see him when he came to King's Landing. So that was quite interesting. And Cersei, I think, is just being a bit of a bitch towards Sansa. I think she's changing her mind a little bit, because she's seeing the younger children sort of their attitude towards the whole thing. You sort of saw Cersei. She was looking like a bit confused that the kids didn't have the same attitude as Joffrey, I think. So I'm hoping she's going to sort of change her mind at some point. I don't know. We'll see. Tyrion, he's such a badass, honestly. Like. Testing the 3 potential snakes, didn't he? And I love that, telling them different stories that the Queen mustn't know, that I'm taking them to, the Greyjoys or to wherever it was, and brilliant. And obviously, I thought it would either be Pycelle or Littlefinger who would tell the Queen, and it turned out it was Pycelle who did. So Tyrion put him in jail, and brilliant. Littlefinger wasn't happy about it, but I think it's because he'd been played. He's usually the one manipulating people, and he got played by Tyrion, who's a hell of a lot smarter than him, I think. So I loved that. That was absolutely brilliantly written and acted as well. it sort of turns out that I think Varys is on Tyrion's side. It's hard to work out, but I like Varys. Brilliant storyline there. That was, I love that. And obviously the Queen wasn't happy, was she? That he was sort of promising that the oldest daughter had to be married to somebody to keep the peace, and that. Then we had the Yoren. Obviously they were sort of sleeping, and he was sort of explaining to Arya that the things that he's seen obviously was horrible, and he was trying to sort of explain that he saw his brother getting murdered in front of him, and he didn't remember his brother's face. He only remembered the guy who actually killed him, and I think that is quite true. Hate sort of overcomes love in some ways, and it's horrible things that you remember. It's not the good things. I don't know how to explain it, but I can sort of see where he's coming from. That he would remember the face that killed his brother. You would never forget that. And then obviously they got attacked by both Joffrey's men, and then Tywin's men came to help. I was not expecting to see Yoren die this quickly. I'm fucking furious. I love this guy. He's such a good guy, and no, I did not see that coming at all. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. I thought that they were gonna get. I thought they were gonna have to take a different route, because obviously they knew what route they were taking, and they were gonna make it up to the wall. No, I did not expect this whatsoever. I love the fact that he fought them off. He killed quite a few of them going down, and no, I did not expect this at all. No. And it sounded like it was one of Tywin's men, and it sounds like they're now taking them to Tywin. I'm confused with that. That's what it sounded like. It didn't sound like they were taking them to King's Landing. It sounded like they were taking to wherever Tywin is. I'm gonna have to go back and have a look at that, but that's what it sounded like. And I think is seriously screwed now. I don't think they're gonna find out she's a girl. They must do. I don't know if Tywin knows what she looks like, but I don't know. I really don't know. I'm quite worried about her. And Gendry, I don't think they know he's Gendry, because Arya was smart enough, because one of the little boys there took the bull's head helmet, and that's how they could identify Gendry, and she knew that because she'd been listening into. Well, when they came the first time, they were saying that they were looking for Gendry, and he had the bull's head helmet, and now it looks like Gendry at least will be safe, because the other Gendry, he's dead now, isn't he? So very, very good episode, but I am seriously worried about Arya now. My prediction, it's completely gone, because I sort of predicted them going up to the wall and getting trained there, and that's just completely gone now. They're not going there now, are they? I was gonna say another prediction I had. Well, not prediction, but with I can't remember his name now, but the guy who killed the little bastard baby. He was going up to the wall, and I was thinking, oh shit, like he's going up to the wall, and Gendry's going up to the wall. He's gonna want revenge on Gendry, isn't he? So I was thinking, oh shit, Gendry's in trouble there if this guy's going up there. But yeah, it looks like they're not going to the wall. I think they're going to become part of Tywin's army. He's going to force them to fight for them. Yeah, I think that was enough about this episode. Very good episode, but it just makes you want to binge watch, and I can't do that because I gotta process it and sort of have a think about it and what I think is to come and that. So this show is so good, it's ridiculous. My top 5 is for this episode Tyrion. I mean, it was so cleverly done. Putting them all up against each other and then finding out who the traitor was, absolutely brilliant. Yeah, I love that. And number 2 is Jorah. Rest in peace, Jorah. I was not expecting him to die, and he fought for his guys and tried to make sure that Arya and Gendry didn't. They didn't get caught. It was very sort of it's funny, Sean Bean, but Lord of the Rings, spoiler if you haven't seen Lord of the Rings, Boromir's death scene, I thought that was very similar to that, how Jorah died there, but I don't know, I might just be making the connection because Sean Bean is in both, but yeah, it sort of reminded me a bit of Boromir's death scene there. So Jorah, I'm gonna miss him. Such a good character. Number 3 is Varys. He's really getting into the whole Tyrion. I think he gets Tyrion, and I'm loving his character. I think his progression in this show is going to be quite significant, and I love this guy, so can't wait to see what's going to happen. Number 4 is Leuven. I've completely missed him in season 1. I didn't see him as such a big character, but I think he's quite important for Winterfell, and I can't wait to see more of this character. He's really good with Bran. Very good advisor, and I'm loving this character. He's not a very big character, but I think he's big enough to make an impact. And then number 5 is a new one, Brienne. She's she's something. I can feel she's going to be quite significant already. Just her entrance. Very menacing, and I can't wait to see her. She's very honourable, I think. I can't wait to see more of her. So she's my number 5. At the bottom, so Lorch, the one who killed Jorah, purely for the fact that he killed Jorah. I hate you, bastard. Obviously he's one of Tywin's men as well. So I don't know. I hate you. Go do one. So that's my number 1 on this one. Number 2 is Pycelle. The guy is a little snake, and I've never liked him. And obviously, again, I can see why he would be loyal to the Queen, but I'm on Tyrion's side, so that's why you're number 2. And number 3 is Cersei. I just don't like the way she treats Tyrion. I mean, obviously he is a threat to her because he's come in, become the king's hand, and he's going against how she wants to run things. So I can see why she's like that. But no, again, you're fighting Tyrion. I hate you. So she's my number 3. I think she's always going to be on my list. She's going to have to do a lot to redeem herself, but we'll see. Number 4 is Balon. He's going against the North. I can see why he wants to go against the North, because King Robert is dead, and obviously Ned was part of having Theon taken away from the family, but it's just menacing, the place. Just the place itself is menacing, and the clothes they're wearing, it's menacing. It's very dark clothes, and they just come across as really bad guys. So I can sort of see why King Robert had them overthrown way back when. So I don't like him. I don't like his mentality, and he's just a bad guy. So he's number 4. Number 5 is Renly. He's not a leader. He's not a strong character. He's just a bit of I would say playboy. He's not a leader, not at all. So yeah, he's my number 5. So yeah, that was my top 5 and bottom 5. I just want to thank you guys who follow me on Patreon. Thank you so much. I got Patreon, obviously, if you would like to see the full reactions for Game of Thrones and for Breaking Bad. It's on there if you would like there. So yeah, thank you guys so much for subscribing on there, and your comments and that. And YouTubers, thank you so much for subscribing and watching my reactions. I love sharing these reactions with you guys. To see your reactions to my reactions and where you were at when watching these episodes. I find it quite interesting that we don't necessarily agree, but we sort of see where we're coming from. So yeah, I love this interaction. It's brilliant. I'm so glad I didn't watch Game of Thrones when it was on TV, because, you know, getting to share my experience and my journey with you guys is just amazing. I love it. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I had something else that I was going to say, but I can't remember, so it couldn't have been that important. But I think I'm going to stop here, and please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, and tell everybody to subscribe so we can get past 1,000, so we don't get the Game of Thrones reactions blocked, because once I get to the 1,000, they can start making their money on it, and they can get the money back for you know, me making these reactions, and they'll probably give you a bit more leeway with these reactions. So let's get to the 1,000 so we can get some freedom to do what we like with these reactions. And guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.